Here's where the tricky thing is. Think about if you dug a hole straight down, straight across the earth. So this is what is called an antipodal point. Having begun my journey as a complete novice, I rode my motorcycle across North America, Ireland, and the UK. From Europe, it'll be an adventure down to Cape Town. We'll head back up to the Middle East, and from there it'll be Asia and down to Australia. New Zealand's southernmost drivable point will mark the end of my trip. I'm calling it the Big Spiral. This is Act 5, a journey through Europe, and this is the next day of my adventure.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yeah, have a good one. Good safe ride.
Yep. All right, good morning from Lanjarón, Spain. Oh, the last ride was a bit intense. It was a bit crazy. Oh, there he is. See ya. There's James. He's staying in town for a bit, and I'm gonna keep moving. Yeah, so if you didn't catch the last video, James dropped, well, he fell off a pretty high bridge with his motorcycle, and well, luckily he was okay, and well, the next job was to get the motorcycle out of the creek and up the hill. It was very difficult. Anyhow, so today is going to be a bit more of a chill day. We're just going to move a little bit, but we have a very, I'm going to look at the camera. We have a very, very important destination today, and I think it'll have a lot of meaning for my trip. I think it's going to be like a really cool, like, little aspect, a really cool kind of layer to my trip. So yeah, this is just going to be just outside of Malaga, and then there's a couple other little things that I need to do, that I need to fix. For example, my headlight on the bike. Well, last night we rode in the dark, and it was not staying on. It was flickering and stuff, so I just want to fix that. Must be a loose connection, something like that. But oh boy, did we end up in a beautiful little town. But anyways, yeah, about this spot, we're gonna head to this kind of special little spot. It's not special for anybody but me and this trip. It's let's head there first, and then I'll explain it all to you. I think it's really kind of fascinating. I think it's really kind of cool. So let's hit the road. Okay, I'm just gonna park over here. Okay, I'm just gonna get something out, and I gotta explain this to you. All right, we got our globe, and well, this is an important part of it. So here, let me just blow it up. All right, so let me explain this. So we are right here, somewhere in the south of Spain, outside of Malaga. Here's where the tricky thing is. Think about if you dug a hole straight down, straight across the earth. Well, that point is right around here in New Zealand. Right around there. So this is what is called an antipodal point. And basically there's not many places on the planet where you can do this. And for the route I'm taking, basically the main place is between Spain and New Zealand. The idea is I want to go to my antipodal points. The one here in Spain, and when I get to New Zealand, I'll go to my antipodal point there. And to kind of show you visually, I'll put my one finger in Spain
and my one finger in New Zealand. And you can see that we're kind of on the opposite sides of the planet. So it's cool, right? So a lot of you might remember this rock. I picked up this rock at Prudhoe Bay in Alaska, the most northern point of my trip and the starting point of my trip. And the plan for this rock is, well, I've written each of my acts on the rock, and by the end I will throw this rock in the Southern Ocean at the southernmost point of New Zealand. Now there's a good chance I'm going to run out of space on this rock, so I'm thinking I'm going to need another rock or something similar to bring with me around the world. So I was thinking, well, why not get one at this antipodal point, and then that object can finish its journey in New Zealand at that antipodal point, and then this one can finish at the southernmost point of New Zealand. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be at the antipodal point, but also to collect a rock or a shell or something like that. So let's go see what we can find. All right, so I'd like it to be a rock, but it could be a shell or something. And I'd like to actually be from the beach, because, well, all this stuff is kind of brought in, you know? So, but the beach is looking extremely sandy. I thought it was going to be more of a stony beach, but I guess I got that wrong. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a little stones and stuff in the beach, but maybe let's get as close to possible to the point I've chosen on the map. So it's just right about here, isn't it? So this is my antipodal point in the Mediterranean Ocean, and I think I see, how about this one? Let's look at this. It's a little big. Oh yeah. Okay, this is it. This is a beautiful rock. All right, I got on my rock, and I figure while I'm here, I might as well put my feet in the ocean, in the sea. Woo. All right, so I think we'll start Africa, which will be Act 6. We'll start that with this rock, and we'll continue with this rock for a while, and then the last few acts, we'll switch back to the original rock. Something like that. It feels like I'm halfway there, but I'm not. I'm actually, because I'm doing Africa, I feel like I'm maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of the way done. So we got a lot to do still. All right, so now that we've got that done, I've been mentioning that I need to do a bunch of work on the bike. Well, in the next video, I'll be going to my friend Jay's place, and I've been shipping ahead a whole bunch of parts and things, so we've got to do a bunch of work on the bike. Well, I just want to wash the bike before, because if you remember last time I went to Jeroen's place in the Netherlands, I didn't wash the bike, and I definitely should have. So, and somewhere over there is Africa. We're getting close. Okay, change of plans a little bit. I realized I've got all the bags and stuff on the bike, and it's maybe not so easy to clean the bike with all the bags on. So I'm just gonna go to my Airbnb first, take the bags off, and go clean. Then I'm gonna work on this headlight at the Airbnb. Okay, my Airbnb is around here somewhere. There's a key lock key thing. That's it. Perfect. All right, let's unload the bike and then we can go wash it. All right, so it's just come to my attention that they put me in the wrong room, and actually the room is just around the corner. And there's a horse neighing. So I want to go to the other room. because I prefer the desk there and I need to get some work done. Yeah, this has never happened before, but I suppose it's all part of the using Airbnbs, because maybe sometimes people aren't totally honest. Go around the corner into this one. Okay.
All right, last minute apartment swap complete. And just careful at these intersections. Let's go to the car wash. Something lavasers and lava something in Spanish. Lavados, that's what it is, lavados. Okay, I just brought my bag with me because in case I need batteries for the cameras. All right, so the bike is seen a lot in the past few days. But the thing I really need to clean is in here. So basically, all this stuff, that's where I think the leak is coming from, this sprocket here. And so we're going to be working a lot in there. So it's really important I get that clean. Little Cowie's looking a lot better, I think. And this spot is looking cleaner. It's a little hard to clean up exactly, but it's definitely better. And back to the apartment. Park here. So I think we'll fix the headlight tomorrow. So I'm gonna park the bike for the night. So what I do is I put a cover on the bike. So it's kind of like a security blanket. I feel like if people can't see it, they're less likely to mess with your bike, let alone steal it. But there is one other thing I do to the bike to prevent theft. So this is basically called a disc lock. It just goes on like this, and then just put my key in, and basically it beeps, and basically if this moves, the alarm's going to go off. And also the wheel can't turn with that on there. So basically it's a pretty good deterrent, I think, to prevent theft. But anyhow, this is the apartment I actually booked. I'll give you a quick little tour. Made a mess already, but yeah, laundry machine's always very handy. The kitchen, so I can cook when, I don't have to eat out all the time. And a good desk is always important, because basically what I do is I ride a bunch and then I'll work for a week, and then I'll ride a bunch and I'll work for a week, or something like that. And basically I just need a good quiet place where I can just put in the hours and edit the videos and do all the other stuff that's required for YouTube. This is the bed. I've already dumped a bunch of stuff on the bed, and this is the bathroom. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye. Who's this young buck you're looking at? So let's figure out the headlight. So yeah, I'm just gonna take all the plastics off, and then we'll troubleshoot what's causing the light to go on and off. All right. Alright, so we got the headlight off. It actually looks pretty good in here. This is my original connector from before. It doesn't look bad. But what we'll do is we'll turn the ignition on. That should turn the light on. The light's on. Just mess with the connections. This connector back here is definitely flickering, isn't it? So let me disconnect this. Don't drop the headlight. Oh, it's all right. So I've actually solved the problem right away. So it's actually this. So this is the back side of the connector for the light bulb that's in the headlight,
and yeah, it's just broken off. So I'll show you exactly. So if you look inside the headlight here, this is the bulb, and it just screws in, or just mounts into the back here, and basically this fits in there. So now my light is definitely not going to work because I completely broke it. Alright, I ordered a couple new bulbs because, well, usually they come in pairs because of cars. Should arrive tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. Well, I got a new bulb, new light, LED lights. Let's install them. Alright, so here's my headlight, and this is the bulb in the back. So what I have to do is just unscrew this. Oh, that came off easy. And then this is the broken one. And then this is the piece that broke off, so basically this fit in here somehow, but it just wriggled its way out. And then this is the new one. Plug it in. And then I guess before we get too far, we'll turn the lights on. Looking good in high beam. Cool. Alright, it's fixed. We'll put it back together, and I've got a map to update. Well, I'm glad to have that fixed. No more sketchy rides in the dark. Yeah, it doesn't help in the lights turning on and off while you're driving around to the hotel. But yeah, anyways, maybe we'll just update the map quick. Last time we left off, I think we were in Blanca here. Quickly met James somewhere, and I'm not sure exactly where, but we went like this to Goraf, which is something around there. And then we rode around the Sierra Nevada in the mountains. And around there was that bridge. That special bridge. And then I rode something like this. And then this X was my antipodal point. And then we rode just outside of Malaga. And so as a result, we now have two rocks. Well, this one's from Prudhoe Bay in Alaska. And this beautiful orangish red one is from just outside of Malaga, Spain. And yeah, so we'll start using this one once we get into Africa. And then I think once we start getting closer to New Zealand, we'll switch back to this one. And just so this one has the very last act on it for when I finish my journey. It means something to me. I think that spot won't mean anything to most people, but for me, I think it's special to my trip because there's only so many places in the world where you can get an antipodal point that has land on both sides. And Spain and New Zealand are like a perfect match for my trip. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool. And the antipodal point in New Zealand will also be on a beach as well. So it's perfect. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. A bit more of a chill video, which I needed after the crazy bridge video. But yeah, in the next video we'll head to my friend Jay's place. I've ordered a whole bunch of parts. Gonna try and improve the bike even more. When we worked on the bike in the Netherlands, we made a lot of improvements, and I think at Jay's place hopefully we'll make some more even better improvements to the bike. So anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. There'll be a link onto this on the screen to either the next video or another video you might like. Also link to my Patreon. And then in the description down below, there'll be a link to every act if you want to see how I got to this point in Spain, all the way from Canada. So anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.